This review contains spoilers.
Hi, my name is Stereo Mike.
Yeah, we got 3 tickets to the Brand Van concert.
So, get this right. So, I think that Sunset Boulevard is a truly great film, right? Right, but I don't think it's anything better than what I've made, because you look back on my filmography, and you look at what I've made, and I think that something like Reservoir Dogs, nobody could have made anything like Reservoir Dogs but me, right? So you compare that to Sunset Boulevard, and you go, wow, I think Sunset Boulevard is kind of an overrated piece of shit. Now I say that, and how do you react to something like that when I say that?
I don't know, Quinn. That's a real tough one.
No, but I mean, the thing is, it's it's not that hard to think about when you think about it hard enough. Even Inglourious Bastards. Yes, I might have just, taken a lot of stuff from old, World War II films and just jumbled it into my own sort of private recipe, right? But it's even more than that. It's so much more than that. And people don't want to think about it. But when they think about it too hard, then they anyways, I don't know where else to go.
Folks, if you could have seen his hands just now, that was a performance for the ages. Thank you. Oh. Hey. Give it up. I love that.
I need a swig.
Take a swig, baby. Take a swig. This episode is sponsored by Heineken.
Oh, the official beer of James Bond.
Yes. Man, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm doing sort of swell.
Yeah, I think you are.
After the whorehouse curse.
Yeah.
The sickness.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But you're holding up okay.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Also, context the whorehouse. We didn't get syphilis or something.
The show, The Best Little Whorehouse.
The show, The
in
Best
Texas.
Little Whorehouse in
We did that. We wrapped up this past Sunday as of recording. And it was a great show. Great experience. But everybody got the crud right after the show ended.
I think it's not a coincidence.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
No. You make a show about whores.
You know what? That's true.
At least you didn't get syphilis.
Eventually, sickness will spread.
Exactly.
Should have brought my penicillin. But I didn't. Oh, man. But hey, look at you, Mr. Evil Dead.
Wow.
Over here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we might as well plug the show now.
Yeah, man. Evil Dead the musical.
October 16th through November 9th.
Yes.
Crosstown Repertoire here in town.
And there's 4 shows with understudies, and the rest are...
That's right. The rest is all me.
There you go.
And then you are going to be in a funny thing happened on the way to the forum at the Florida Theater, the Florida Theater in Jacksonville, Florida.
August 23rd and 24th.
Love
maybe.
It. Love it, man. It's
so
going to be great.
By the time this episode airs, it would already have happened.
We're going to be started. So,
we're back.
We're back.
Back with another film.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this one.
This one, I think we're both going to have very, very similar opinions on.
I wonder. Let's find out.
I think that's when it's going to happen. So, let me go ahead and introduce the movie of this episode. As you all know, we picked from our list last episode.
Siri picked
from our list from a random number generator. And it landed on Sunset Boulevard. That is the film we were going to be talking about today. Released in the year 1950. Man, my computer is really fucking far away and I cannot read. From the year 1950. And it was directed by Billy Wilder with a screenplay penned by Wilder, as well as Charles Brackett and D.M. Marshman Jr. The film stars William Holden, Gloria Swanson, Eric von Stroheim, Nancy Olson, and Jack Webb. I want to get your thoughts on the movie first because
I got a few. Now, okay. I should say I had not seen this movie before last week,
which I mentioned to you. I thought was shocking.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like one of the few movies on the AFI 100 greatest movies I hadn't seen.
Yeah,
and it's pretty high up there. Yeah. So it's.
If I may interject real quick,
go ahead.
When you told me that you thought that Gladiator was quintessential cinema,
this is what you thought.
This is what I was thinking of for this movie too. I think this is a movie that everybody should see if they want to be a film buff.
And I'm glad I was able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's what a ride it was. I want to hear some because you.
Don't do that. You're making all this noise.
That's not going to get picked up. That's not going to get picked up. Because you said you saw this in a film class.
I did a film studies class in college. This was one of the films on the list. That's a class I wish I took more seriously because there were films on that list I had already seen. So I was like, I don't have to rewatch them again. I know these. I know I've seen Taxi Driver and Alien and Jaws and all that.
Wow, those are some. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great class.
And then there were like other cool films that I hadn't seen before, and what were a few of them? There were a few like French New Wave films. I think what was Breathless was one.
Okay.
Jean-Luc Godard. That's probably not how you pronounce it.
It sounded good to me.
False. There was a film called Persona. There was the one Werner Herzog film where they filmed it in like the fucking Amazon.
Oh, the Wrath
of God.
Yeah,
that's the way I know how to say it.
Yeah.
And then I forgot if there was an Akira Kurosawa movie in there or something like that. But anyways, Sunset Boulevard was one of those movies, and I watched that movie, and I remember going, "Wow, this is kind of incredible." And it's not even like the kinds of movies that I watched growing up were very high energy, and like there's always like some element of action happening.
This is not that movie.
This is definitely not that movie. And this is kind of one of the first times I watched a movie that was very deliberate and slower paced. And it focused a lot on the people involved in the story. That it for some reason it hooked me, and it captured me.
So this is kind of one of the first maybe films,
real movies I've seen.
Not a movie per se, but like a film that you saw. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, that film studies class. I mean, even though there were movies on it that I had seen before, this is one of those movies that kind of pushed me into not being just a movie fan, but like a lover of film.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's great.
So
I wish I had seen it earlier, but then again, I don't think my opinion would have changed too much, because I think it's weird because this movie is like, it's an homage to, at the time, it was a tribute to the silent film era.
Yeah.
And now you can look at it as like a capsule of old Hollywood.
Dude, I literally wrote down on my list, I said, where is it right? Oh yeah, it's right here. I love that this movie feels like a time capsule of 50s Hollywood.
Yes.
Because that's, down to just the way everything looks.
And the way, and the things that are referenced, like they reference Alan Ladd, who was
at Fox. At the time, was he at Fox?
I thought he was at Paramount, because Alan Ladd would be best known as Shane in the Western Shane.
Oh, okay.
That's a great movie.
Okay.
And he would die not long after that. I think it might have been suicide. But,
I'm thinking of Alan Ladd Jr., his son.
Alan Ladd Jr. Yeah. Alan Ladd Sr. was a huge star at Paramount at the time. And so the audiences then would have been like, like if someone said Brad Pitt or George Clooney now, it would have been like, whoa, this is kind of hitting close to home. So it's a really interesting film in that regard, that you can look at it as history of movies.
Well, I mean, DeMille, the director,
he played himself.
He was a real
insane
director, and apparently when they shot that scene later on in the movie, that was like him filming a biblical epic. I forget.
Samson and Delilah.
That's right. Yes, that's right. So that's the only little bit of research I did.
And it's interesting because Billy Wilder is one of those rare directors that directed comedies and dramas so well.
Yeah,
and was so good at both. Like Some Like It Hot is one of the greatest comedies ever, with Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis. That's a hilarious movie.
That makes sense, because there's parts in this movie that feel like a comedy.
And there are definitely, for sure, there are parts that are supposed to be played more comedic towards the beginning. We have a cough button.
Oh yeah, so it's our mute button. So if you need to cough, I can just tell me to mute you.
Yeah, so that I really enjoyed that, and I think the script is very tight.
Oh, yeah.
very good, very dialogue driven.
It's a surprisingly. It kind of goes by quickly. Not and like
Yeah.
it's a slow movie, but it's one of those slower movies where when you watch it, you don't feel like it's going at a snail's pace.
Yeah, and I'll say this: something that here's a gripe I kind of had with the movie, which it's not a big gripe, but I do
Fucking
wish
fraud.
I wish I feel a lot of the narration.
Did you feel it was too?
A lot of time, I know it was noir, and that's what they were going for.
what
They
I-
were going
that's-
for the
that's what I put
voiceover.
down,
But
yeah.
like, there were times where I feel that the images would have spoken for it. You know what I mean? Like when he's like in the room and she was looking at me with these eyes, and then Max brought
yeah.
in the wine. It was like, well, we can see that it's happening.
Yeah.
You know, I think the opening scene has been, you know, that kind of trope I felt began with this movie, like I'm dead, or I'm in this position. Let's see how we got here.
You know what was funny?
ahead.
I wrote down because I said I forgot how this movie opened. Very funny considering I definitely remember how it ended.
Yeah,
So, rewatching the movie made me go, "Oh, that's right. It starts with him already dead in the water."
and for us to already know the ending and keep our attention, takes a lot of talent. To be able to do that. I think make it compelling.
I think. I mean, I want to kind of go ahead and get into the cast.
Why not? Yes, please. Let's do it.
Well, we could talk about William Holden first because he is top billing.
Yes, indeed.
I don't. If it were up to me, somebody else would be top billing.
Why is that?
I think Gloria Swanson's amazing.
She's very good.
I think she's
yeah.
easily the. And William Holden. Okay, so I won't get ahead of myself, but William Holden he's great, and I think that he's got a great voice. He delivers his lines in a very in a way that feels like and he doesn't read as young, even though he's supposed to be.
I think he was 30 or 31.
Okay.
But he looks way older.
He looks
sounds
older
way
and he sounds older.
which is a lot of people back then.
Yeah.
It's cool because this was kind of his breakout role. He had done movies in the early 40s, and then during World War II, he had kind of fallen off. And so this was kind of his resurgence back into Hollywood. And 3 years after this, he would win the Oscar for Stalag 17, which is a good movie. And he became one of the biggest stars of the 50s, probably due to this movie. And it would kind of culminate in Bridge on the River Kwai, which is probably his biggest movie. And then after the 50s, he kind of went by the wayside. Yeah. So, I think William Holden is definitely a movie star. He's a great actor, but he's definitely more of a movie star because he has this charisma and he has this presence that you can latch on to.
Right.
And by that same token, Gloria Swanson, I felt in the beginning when I was watching it, I was like, wow, she's really going a little bit over the top for me. Then I thought about it and I was like, well, this is exactly what a silent film star would probably be like, because they're so used to overacting.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that, and what I didn't realize is that Gloria Swanson was a silent film star.
Yeah.
When that scene, when they pull up to the Paramount gates and she's like, I helped build the studio. I give you this job. That's not far off from the truth. During the early 20s, she was one of the biggest, for 6 years, she was the top star at Paramount.
I loved all the references that they were making to just how film had changed up to that point. Because, I mean, at that point, movies were like in their infancy. And so just to think about it now, it's kind of trivial because you think that, well, there's always been talking in movies, but at that time, the silent films were not very far removed from the films of that era.
That's a very good point.
And so, I wrote down notes about how there were just lines that made lines and moments that made me.
And I bet some of them are some of the classic.
Yeah,
ones, like
I Am Big, but it's the
films
pictures
that got small.
It's the pictures that got small.
Yeah. Classic.
What was another one? We didn't need dialogue. We had faces.
I think all three of the quotes. The probably other one you have is the famous one at the end. But all of those have made.
I did not write that one down.
Well,
it's already
iconic. That one's a story unto itself. But those three are in the top 100 greatest movie quotes.
Another moment that was visual that I loved was the moment where she's visiting the Paramount set and the microphone brushes against her feather and she takes it. She takes her hand, she pushes it away from her. I was like, I love that. It says everything without having to say anything.
That's I didn't even put that together till now. That's very good.
Perfect.
That is perfect. And it's interesting because Gloria Swanson apparently was nothing like this character. She had she realized that her career was over, and I think she was living in New York at the time.
Right.
When they got the call that she got the call that they needed someone like that, and she signed up
it out of the park.
Yeah, and she did phenomenal. I thought she did very well.
She does this thing with her eyes. I don't know what it is, but it's like one's like slightly more closed than the other, and it always gives her this like very specific look. I don't know what to call it, but it's like it's entrancing to watch. Like every time she's on the screen, it's like I'm glued to what's happening.
And it's funny because I don't know how many other people would agree with this, but I feel that she got the longer the film went on, she became less over the top. I felt in the beginning when she's trying to hook him in, she's very very
theatrical,
and then it starts to kind of tone down a little bit, and she becomes a little bit more understated. And then at the very end, she goes back up, because she has an audience. So. Yeah, I thought she played it very well. My favorite character and who Max. I thought stole the show was Max. Yes.
Oh yeah, he's great. And I love I wouldn't call it a twist necessarily. I love the revelation of like him being one of
absolutely and
the husband.
It's interesting because he plays so everybody, Nancy Olsen too, was nominated for an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
For this. So Best Actor for
total
Holden.
Total bombshell, by the way.
Yeah, she's still alive, I think, as far as I know. One of the last people living from that movie and probably from that era.
That's amazing.
So yeah, good on her. God bless her. And what's it? How do you pronounce his last name? Peter Van what?
Oh, Eric von Stroheim.
Eric. What am I thinking? Peter. Eric. Yes, Eric von. He was a famous Austrian director. Actually, he had made silent movies.
Oh, I think. In the movie, he was also a director.
That's right. Yeah. And so there's a lot of true to life in this. Yeah. And apparently, I think Gloria Swanson had him fired from a movie.
That's so funny.
That they were making. And then now they're in this position, which I thought was kind of cool. But
life imitates art.
Yeah. I think it was a perfect understatement from William Holden, who's kind of this a little not as bombastic as Gloria Swanson, but this bombastic character, Joe Gillis. And then Gloria Swanson does hers, and then he's very, very low key.
Yeah.
And his lines are always just pitch perfect. And that revelation that you said when they're in the garage and he's kind of lit in darkness and he makes that revelation. It's like, wow,
because I was your first husband.
Because I am my first husband. Yeah. So I thought he stole the show in my opinion.
Yeah. I did write down what I thought the main theme of the movie was, but I didn't. I wanted to elaborate more. And basically, I think my read on the main theme of the movie is your obsession can destroy yourself, not only yourself, but it can also destroy the people around you. And that's kind of how I was reading it with Gloria Swanson's character, Miss Norma Desmond, because her obsession with wanting to be back in the limelight, it sort of destroyed the lives of the people within her own life, like Max and I guess eventually her second and third husband, and eventually Joe. And it was a situation that Joe necessarily didn't want to be in, but because of her obsessive tendencies, it had this way of drawing Joe in and eventually taking him down with it. So
I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
So why do you think that they both stayed? Why do you think Joe stayed with her, and why do you think Max stayed with her?
I think with both Joe and Max, there was maybe a little bit of pity.
Thing? Oh, it was pity.
I think there is a tiny bit of pity in there.
Yeah.
With Joe, I think a big part of it was the money, because that was the driving force behind him even considering staying. And then once the moment in the film where they're picking out his new clothes, and I forget exactly what the line was, but the guy was like, well, if the lady's paying for it, then, you know, might as well get and I forget what the more expensive material was, but so I think that planted the idea in Joe's head of, well, I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I might as well.
Yeah.
And then, you know, later on in the movie, he realizes like, nah, I probably shouldn't be doing this. Like her buying me all this stuff isn't worth me staying here anymore. So that's,
Well, yeah.
So,
And by then it's too late.
right. Exactly. So, but I think with Max, it's definitely mostly pity. And like, I think maybe at one point in time when they were married, there was a more, I guess he has a more reason to stay because of the history.
I wonder if it's even more like a father figure thing. Like,
That's true. Cause he seems older than
he met her when she was 16 and
Right.
like, you know, there's a lot of factors that play into it, but yeah, I mean, this is such a dark movie. I didn't really realize how
it
it's
is,
such a dark because all the characters are kind of tragic in a way.
It's a very tragic movie.
It's very tragic.
Because when I watched it for the first time, I wasn't expecting Joe to get shot at the end. I thought that was I was like, wow, this is how you end a movie in 1950. Like,
Even though you had seen the beginning.
well, I know, but I mean, I think what happened was when I first watched it, I guess I must have been so drawn in with what was happening in the actual meat of the movie that I forgot about the opening.
That's the mark of a good movie.
So, I mean, I think that, I mean, the cast is like the thing that really just elevates everything to a whole different level because they really do such an amazing job with like the material.
And it is good material.
Yeah, and the material itself is good. It's great. Even I mean, like the series of events that leads Joe to like his eventual situation that he finds himself in. It's like it's very airtight.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, on a technical level, that script is very well rounded.
I think you could have given this to a lot of actors and they could have done well with it. But with the ones they got, they get
it's iconic. Like, I mean, like just Gloria Swanson in the movie, like she's iconic. Like she's the thing in the movie that I'm like this is the reason to watch the movie.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. And I think Billy Wilder's direction was great. I think that opening
titles,
the opening titles, and then like him in the pool.
Yeah,
that is not a shot you would. If that's a shot you would see now, it would feel wild like that.
Yeah.
Like, and I think they achieved that by a mirror at the bottom.
Oh, really?
Because it would have been blurry.
Yeah,
the people would have been blurry.
Yeah.
Above, and so that's how they shot it through like a mirror reflected, which is
it's pretty nuts,
unreal. Yeah, so
it's like a Breaking Bad shot.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah. God, man, it's great cinematography.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I guess there's parts of the movie that like watching it again made me kind of just appreciate it even more. And I think about like I love how Norma's mansion just feels like it's ripped out of a completely different like part of reality. Mm-hmm. Like it just doesn't feel real almost. Mm. There's parts in this movie that feel like very David Lynch.
I bet he took some inspiration.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can assure you.
Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
For one.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, you know, when he arrives to the mansion, it does feel like it's a place out of time.
Yeah.
And I mean, even like weirder things happen, like the whole thing with the monkey
that's very surreal.
It's still very like, yeah. And it just feels very like bizarre. And I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah. I had a dumb theory. I don't think this is any at all real. My dumb theory was that the monkey was the third husband. I don't think that's real. But
he's just super hairy.
He's just
and super small.
There was that one line I wrote down. It was he must have been a pretty important chimp, the grandson of King Kong, maybe.
Yeah.
So
That's a great line.
it's a pretty good line. But
Yeah, man. Yeah, very surreal. Very. I think another theme is the American, the death of the American dream, or the tragedy of Hollywood, as it were.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is probably the greatest movie about Hollywood and the traps
I
that
think so
they
too.
can set. I didn't see Babylon.
I didn't either.
You know, the one, the Margot Robbie one?
Yeah,
Apparently
that's
about like 20
That's
cinema.
one that I need to watch though.
That one might be interesting, but I don't think it'll be as good as this. But
Babylon feels like it's a movie more about excess than it is about like
right.
Yeah.
And I think this movie shows the end of like what excess has brought you to,
Yeah.
and what you have at the end.
right.
And I think in that way, yeah, that's where the theme of the movie lies, isn't that when it just takes these girls and guys and takes them and spits them out in this the machine.
Even
we call Hollywood.
even the writers too.
the writers
which is what the film is kind of implying.
They pretty much take shots at like everybody in this movie. They take shots at the studio. They take shots at the writers, producers.
Yep.
It's very personal for
Yeah.
sure.
It almost feels like it's a movie that shouldn't have even been made at that point in time. Well, I don't know. Like, because I feel like Hollywood now makes fun of themselves, but I don't think they're willing to go as hard in the paint with the scathing like critiques as like maybe back then. 'Cause
I think they're willing to make fun of old Hollywood for sure, not so
Right.
much new Hollywood. They can't really.
Yeah. And I haven't seen that show, The Studio, on Apple TV. And I don't know if
I don't
it's
have Apple TV.
I don't know if it's any at all accurate to how modern day Hollywood is. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can make fun of modern day Hollywood for doing,
Yeah.
and like the way that they
Too many remakes.
the way that
maybe?
they
Too many-
greenlight movies now, the way that they the way that they write films, it doesn't hold a candle at all to the way that
No.
films used to be made.
No.
So, and I think that, I think watching a movie like this will give you a good idea of like just how far the industry has come, and for better or for
Or
worse.
fallen. Or
Yeah,
fallen,
yeah.
depending on how you want it. Well, and it's interesting because also like in that scene with the producer in the beginning, like,
Oh yeah, and they're trying to take the script that he had written and try to give it a spin.
make it a shitty movie. Well, which is like kind of. So I guess that kind of thing is a tale as old as time. Like,
Right.
there's always been shitty movies, but like old Hollywood was no exception.
But the way I think about it is like I probably would have watched a shitty baseball musical from like 1950, 51 or something. Like I would rather watch that than like movie number 375 with Seth Rogen in it.
Yeah.
Like that's how I see it.
I agree. And, it's just really a question of, I think the good is just fewer and far between now.
Yeah.
I think back then there was a lot of output with movies, like movies are being made, and in that you're going to have a lot of duds.
Yeah.
A lot of ones that don't stand the test of time and just fall away. And that was probably most of the movies of the 50s. In a lot of ways, this one can be a little dated too, you could say.
Yeah.
But I think it holds up because of the theme, because of the acting, because of the script.
Yeah.
It's able to have this timeless feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think another aspect of the movie is about like self-esteem and how you like view yourself, and whether or not you like how much worth do you apply to yourself when you feel like you aren't at your best. Because I feel like there's a very good case to make that Joe at the beginning of the movie is at a very low point, and I feel like that maybe he's starting to I think he's starting to go through his own Norma Desmond-esque like arc at the beginning of the movie, because I think in one of his monologues he specifies how he had a few like B movies that he had written and that got him off the ground for a little bit, but now he's starting to not find work anymore, and he's starting to question whether or not he's even going to have like a job anymore in Hollywood.
Yeah, and I was wondering why he, like, when Nancy Olsen character, is her name Betty
Schaefer.
Betty Schaefer, that's right. When Betty's like, Joe, I have one of your scripts, you know, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's your out, bro.
Yeah.
That's your out.
Dude.
And I don't get why he
stayed with
why
Norma.
he stayed. And I don't know. That's one to think about. I think you're right. I think a part of it was pity.
Yeah.
Part of it was maybe not wanting to take that chance, like staying with the sure thing. That was like, why leave all this money and riches that I can just have a comfy, you know,
right,
cushion, as opposed to taking a risk and being backed out there in the field and letting all this go.
Right.
And I think that's a lot of people, you know, in their positions now. Are we willing to give up the comfy, cushiony job that we know is a sure thing to take that chance on something maybe we don't think?
Right.
Even though that could change our lives.
Yeah.
Interesting to think about.
Mm-hmm. I did say I feel like this movie, it hits home harder now than when I originally watched it for a very specific reason. And I think it's because of the dynamic between Norma and Joe. Yeah, I found myself in a position where I was in a relationship with somebody that I necessarily didn't want to be in, but because I felt pity for that person, I felt bad for wanting to leave them. And so Joe is watching the movie a second time, Joe was like 100 times more relatable than he was before.
Interesting.
Because I was seeing certain situations in this movie where I was like, damn, that was me. That was me at one point. And like,
It'll hurt me if I'll hurt myself if you leave.
Right.
You know,
and so it just, yeah, man, it like that.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
That kind of dynamic, it made me go, oh my God, this is exactly what I've gone through before.
Yeah.
And so, you know, thank God
I bet what a lot of people go through, honestly.
Right. Yeah. Right. Thank God I didn't get shot and thrown into a pool. But I mean, like, it's still, I think that the dynamic between Norma and Joe it's surprisingly poignant for somebody like me. And it's like you said, like a lot of people out there. And so I think that, it's almost sort of a word of warning that like ultimately, like, yes, you can feel bad for somebody who's, in a position like Norma, but you also have to take care of yourself and make sure that you're not sacrificing your own happiness in order to keep somebody else happy, because it's going to destroy you eventually. Yeah. And you're going to be a shell of your former self. Yeah. And so I feel like that's what was happening with Joe, where I think he saw that he was going to just eventually turn into somebody like Max, who was a shell of their former selves. And so I think he saw that and was like, you know what, I can't stay here.
And I do love that they kind of develop like a repertoire. Max and Joe kind of develop this respect for each other.
Yeah. It starts off very not
antagonistic a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit antagonistic. Yeah.
And then it becomes kind of this, well, we're kind of in the same boat here.
Right.
We're both stuck with her. So, yeah, no, I think you're right. And, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a simple movie, but it's a movie that like you can just derive a lot of like meaning from, and even it's just like the most like unlikely of places.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I mean, this is, I don't know where else to go.
Do we finish the notes?
I mean, basically,
this is a quick one.
I know. Yeah. It feels quick. I think it's
what time are we at?
What time are we at? We're only at 35 minutes. Wow.
A little quick one for the boys and gals.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, I think we've surmised everything. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of like debate.
No, I mean, I think it's kind of unquestionable that I mean, it's just such a. It's like a no-brainer that this is like one of the greats, in my opinion. I mean, and you had some gripes, but I mean, I don't think you would consider your gripes
no
deal breakers.
No.
I guess like the only other notes I had are like it's very surface level, like great opening titles. I love that this all started just because he couldn't pay his car payment. I thought that was great.
Running from the repo man. Yeah, it's great.
I thought that every conversation in the movie is dynamite. I thought that the slow spiral of Joe being stuck in Norma's is like unnerving. The clock chain getting stuck on the doorknob, great touch. When he goes to leave. When he goes to leave the first time, and he's all dressed up, and there's that clock chain that's around his waist, and it gets gets caught on the door. And
I thought that felt like an accident almost, but probably not.
Yeah, I don't think it is. It could have been, or it could not have been.
Either way,
I think it's great. Like such a great piece of like visual storytelling.
Yeah, you're right. This whole movie is.
Totally. And then there was another line. There's technically two lines that I wrote down. It says, "Don't you sometimes hate yourself?" And then Joe says, "Constantly."
Yeah,
which I think feeds into the self-esteem theme for sure. Yeah. So I don't know, dude. It's like I don't really know where else to go. It's just it's a great movie. Like.
Yeah,
I don't think we're
right.
I don't think we're in any.
We're not breaking any.
It's like, whoa, a good movie's good.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
it's not like Gladiator where we had to like kind of go into some our disagreements. Yeah,
try to work it out.
Yeah, you're not a fraud anymore. Thank you. We've now thank you so much. We've now cleared you of not being a fraud.
Love it.
So yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, go watch it, dude.
Please do.
It's one of my favorite movies, I think.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Easily top 25.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we spoiled too much, right?
I mean, other than the thing.
That said in the beginning.
Right. Yeah, I know that's true.
Voila.
We went into a lot though. I mean, I'm still gonna tag this for spoilers because
good. No, we shouldn't. We should.
But it's a 75-year-old film. So
which turned 75 this week, which we found out.
Just turned 75.
Which is insane that this lined up the way it did.
Yeah.
Must be destiny, dude.
Must be, dude.
The destiny.
Siri was on our shit.
Yeah, man. Siri knew. Yeah, so I would highly recommend this movie. I think it's a love letter to silent movies at that time, and it's also now like a tribute to Hollywood.
Yeah.
In the 1950s and 40s, which is, I don't know, the golden era, some would say.
Dude, I also highly recommend it. I mean, as I said before, I think this is like quintessential. Like, this is a quintessential movie for anybody who anybody who's trying to cross out any films off their bucket list that they haven't seen, and they're trying to become a cinephile in any way. I mean, this is like a no-brainer.
Yeah, essential viewing.
So, go watch it.
Go watch it. We love you.
Yes. Ready to find out what our next film's going to be?
Oh, actually, I almost forgot.
Let me take off Sunset Boulevard off the list.
Yes, good idea. Your next movie
is Sunset Boulevard again. I guess we're watching it again. Pick a number between 2 and 331.
It's 173.
173. Which one is that one? Predator. Oh shit. All right. It's a far cry from
Predator.
It's a far cry from
Sunset Boulevard.
From Sunset Boulevard, but hey,
it's a good one.
I'll take it.
Indeed.
One might say this is like my Gladiator in a way.
It's pretty great. I can't wait, buddy. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe just in time for the new Predator.
Oh my God, that's right. There's a new. I saw the trailer, right, and I don't know if it's out yet, but yeah that's pretty cool.
Yeah, looks good. Might be interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah. We'll find out. But yeah, I guess that means that Predator is Next up on the list, I did not expect that at all.
Nope. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun. Anyway, tune in next week.
Yep. Next time, we'll be blasting a bunch of Dutch.
It's gonna be a lot of Schwarzenegger
A lot
impressions.
of get to the chopper.
Gonna be good.
Come on,
Gonna be good.
kill me.
And that's why I love Predator so much. It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Ah, yes, the perfect bookend.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
So anyway, so my favorite Predator is actually Predator 2 because it takes place in LA. And as we know, LA is a fucking shithole. I love LA. It's one of my favorite places on earth, but
Hey,
it's a
cue
fucking
music.
shithole.
Wait, what'd you say?
Cue music.
Cue music. All right. Well, that's
Keep doing it. Keep doing your impression. We'll fade
you're
out with
making-
this.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so like I absolutely love Danny Glover in Predator 2. I think that